I love therapeutic for me, and I'm just excited to be back.
Good day. What's going on, everyone? Welcome to First Take. Thank you for being with us. Happy holidays. I feel like we're in the spirit. We're in the home stretch, right? Wednesday.
Okay, I'll take
Christmas
this.
or not done. It's a little festive.
Yeah, I like
But
that.
maybe a little more New Year's.
That's fine.
You know, whatever.
That black? That black?
Yeah.
Yes, yes. That's Black Widow look. That's
Hi,
Black Widow.
Stephen. Good morning.
Black Widow. What's going on?
How's your morning going in LA?
I'm good. Life is
Okay. All right. That's good to hear. Jay Will's in the building.
Oh, yeah. Oh, by the way, just so you know, before he opens his mouth.
Yeah.
Rick has been summoned for charge.
Oh, here we go.
General Hospital. That is why I'm out here. You know what I'm saying? I got to go and take some scenes. Hey, Rick has been summoned to General Hospital.
What's Rick? Hold on. I need to know. Yeah, what's Rick doing in these scenes? Like, I need a teaser.
Rick is a surveillance expert
No,
for
I
the
know
mob.
that.
For the mob. Last week when I was taking for the mob. But the last year,
You doing like that in the mob.
Thanks for clearing up the for us.
Whoa. Last week, they wanted to set up love, Rick. So we got that going on.
He's been saying
And today is some mob scene.
Okay.
Rick's in the house.
As long as the love interest don't be happening on Sundays for you, I'm okay with that.
No, Sunday.
I heard about the Sundays. I heard about the Sundays.
What's Sunday?
That's not
You gotta ask
Molly,
him.
she'll catch up. Stephen A. Smith show, Molly. Stephen A. Smith show.
You don't watch the show?
You
gotta watch about the Sundays.
This man is on my feet all day long. I gotta talk football. There's a lot to get into there as well. Oh, just kidding. We're starting with basketball.
Hi, doggy. Oh, doggy. I did it wrong. I did it wrong, doggy. That's how you do it, doggy.
He's excited.
That's what doggy does.
He's excited about General Hospital and his love
Oh my
interest.
goodness, he's got a little legs ready to go. You and I have talked that it's a major problem. He's just dead as a doornail when he's out there. You pulled him last night. Let's keep him awake today.
Yeah, I did.
I mean, I
was like, I called him.
Just make sure you say love interest on Sundays. Get it all come together for you.
I'm going to be Google searching as soon as I'm done teeing up this topic. Don't you worry. This dude. All right, let's go. John Morant returned to the court on Tuesday after his 25-game suspension, finishing with 34 points in a game-winning buzzer beater in a 115-113 win against the Pelicans. Ja is back, folks, and he is better than ever. Oh, and did I mention he's keeping receipts?
Ja running off the floor, someone caught you on camera saying I keep receipts.
Yeah.
Can you elaborate on that? And secondly, what was your
I feel like it's self-explanatory. Yeah, I remember everything that was said.
All right, LeBron impressed with Ja's debut as well, tweeting this out after the game. Stephen A., how impressive is Ja?
Well, LeBron was a superstar. All right, so it's not surprising. If you remember, Molly, go back to the tapes, the first tape when I talked about him, and I said from the very beginning, when this brother comes back after a 25-game absence, he is going to wreak havoc. This is a superstar.
back and forth. I think he's 6'2". He's somewhere in that ballpark. Listen, to your point, Dijon, when Zion has been right in pro basketball, he's been way right. He's been all-time right. He's been historically right because that second year in the league, he did manage to play 61 games. He made 61% of his shots. It's just impossibly great. It's an automatic bucket. You get it into him inside, and he's going to get to the free throw line or get to the rim because once he's cooking in there, he's unstoppable. But speaking of cooking in New Orleans, the cuisine in New Orleans, he's fought his weight the whole time. And I started off the show saying that to my eye last night, Ja, having not played basketball in a real game in 8 months, looked in better overall physical condition, especially in the fourth quarter, than Zion looked. And that's just wrong. As you know, and to Richard's point too, he's been hurt, and he's been hurt, and then he's out of shape, and he gets more out of shape when he's hurt. And it's just hard for me to cling to the notion that long-term he's going to be more valuable than Ja. Now we got to see how Ja handles himself, obviously, off the court. we all hope that he'll get that right and he'll grow into it and mature into a leadership role and a face of the franchise that I believe he can. And if he does, then he will ultimately be more long-term valuable than Zion appears to be, because it looks like Zion's never going to be in great shape or consistently healthy because of not being in great shape.
Yeah, everything you just said is factually true. Everything. Out of shape, beignets every other night. All of that is true.
Yeah,
There's no question about it. But here's what I would say to that, though, Skip. The guy missed a whole season.
He did.
And guess what they did? They said, here, man, we don't want to sign. We're going to max you out. So
no, you're right.
So that just says that they are conflicted on, they could have moved him. They could have moved him. New Orleans could have moved him, but they said, no.
Yeah.
Why are we going to move this? We're not stupid. Let's see.
I don't know.
Let's see if he stays healthy long enough, gets himself into some sort of shape with C.J. McCollum as the leader, the veteran guy there that tries to put him.
Brandon Ingram's the best player on the team.
B.I. is one of the best players on the team, no question. But let's put him. Well, C.J.'s had his moments too. Let's put him underneath our wing and let's see if we can get him to grow. I'm not saying that Ja doesn't deserve to be the number one guy. But it's who you like, what you want. Because when you redrafted, we can redraft in a lot of sports based on guys having the first couple years more significant than a guy that went in front of them all day long. If we redrafted Richard Sherman's class, he went in what, 5th round, Rich?
Yeah.
I don't even know the other corners that played him. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I bet Richard
who are those guys? So if we redrafted based on your first several years in the league, we gonna push you up in front of them and move down. So
where would Richard? Where do you think you would go right now? I mean, given your career, if you redrafted.
Well, we had a great draft class with Cam and Vaughn and Julio and AJ Green. And
I mean, your position.
My position, I'd go one. I'd go. I mean, it'd be between me and Pat Peterson, depending on your preference. I would imagine.
Good,
but
that's
all preference.
So that'd be. It's all preference.
And that's the thing with Zion and Ja. It's all preference.
Where did Pat go in the draft? Do you remember? Because we had him on the show.
I'm gonna say he went 4.
He went high. He went high. He went to Arizona. 5 in Arizona.
Richard's going to go top 5, I think. Top 10.
He'll go higher than he went when he was drafted. If they're looking at his first couple years in the league, his first.
You have to know what you know about Richard's productivity. Because Richard didn't. What is it? Time fast, Richard. You didn't.
Yeah, I didn't test well.
You didn't test well.
And he went to Stanford, so that
it's like.
Sheesh. But what I'm saying is, Key. I just don't see how you could, even if you, with hindsight being 2020, you could see he's the 3rd best player on his team right now in Zion.
Yeah.
And I would take him over John Morant right now. I just couldn't see this.
Third best player in your eye because of his health, because from an athletic standpoint and everything, he's the number one guy on the team. So it must be your concern's got to be with health.
Well, it's health, it's weight, it's the best ability sometimes is availability.
Yep.
And if you're not available, then how can we depend? Sometimes it's dependability, but they're hand in hand in a lot of these situations.
Right.
And if you're not available and dependable.
So this is important. One of my favorite expressions, I think I invented it, coined it, is prisoner of moment. We got to be careful we're not prisoner of last night's moment, because I watched a game Zion played 2 weeks ago against Minnesota.
Ridiculous.
And Minnesota's got 2 big guys. One of them's really, really big. And Zion tore both of them up.
Almost broke one dude's hand.
He did. And Zion went in that game 13 of 17. He made 10 of 12 free throws. He scored 36 points and dominated the game. Well, if you were a prisoner of that moment, you'd say, okay, there it is, right? And then last night, Ja takes over the game in the second half. They get run out of their own building 54 to 32 in the second half. And I'm looking at Zion's numbers for the game. He was a minus 13 while Ja was a plus 12. Minus 13 was the worst on his team. And you want to talk about a no-show for Zion last night? He scores a grand total of 13 points. He had 3 rebounds. He did have 4 assists because he's always pretty nifty with the basketball distributing. But 3 rebounds and 13 points, it's just wrong. And he still played 25 minutes. He rebounds low for his size because his career rebound average is 7. You would think a guy with that stature and girth and explosiveness and leaping ability, couldn't you do better than 7 rebounds? Couldn't you average 10?
Well, it's not always in the box, though.
Yeah.
He's just not always. He plays a perimeter game.
Yeah.
He gets down low a little bit, but most of his stuff is on the perimeter.
Yeah, and then Zion had a shot that he missed. 109 left, and we could see it. This is a big shot in the game where he took the ball down the lane, and if he could cash this, we might be having a different conversation if we could see it. Zion takes it. I think, he's going to slam it. He tries to go up and under, and he missed it. Okay? Just go up hard. I don't like the 2 players and the basketball in the basket.
Yeah, he probably could have.
Yeah, I mean, he saw Jaren Jackson.
Yeah, I know.
He's
He's a
strange.
great shot blocker.
For a dude that's that big, moving that, you see what I'm saying? The fact that he can get from the top of the key to the cup
It's
with
rare.
2 dudes closing on him,
It's just rare.
be able to elevate, switch around with the shoulders. In English to basketball, I mean, come on.
That's my perfect example, King, because he goes down and does that, and John Morant goes down on the other end and wins the game.
I understand. No, I get that, but it's when you have a talent like that, man, it's just hard to say, I'm giving up on it, because there's always the what if factor.
Yeah.
When you were talking about from a personnel front office standpoint, what if I trade him to wherever?
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, this dude win 3 championships in 5 years. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm gonna be looking like the damn fool.
Yeah.
So you gotta be careful.
I hear you, Tucker. All right, back to the Cowboys. Even after that annihilation and humiliation at Buffalo, they're only a 1.5 dog Sunday at Miami. That's impossible.
No mercy. No mercy. No mercy.
Saturday night on Fox Primetime Gold. It's a battle of opinions. Led by Tristan Newton, the 5th-ranked reigning champion Huskies take on Rick Pitino's Red Storm.
Miami? Then you'll be matched with up to 3 vetted fiduciary financial advisors. To get started, take the Advisor Match quiz now at Smart.
Celebrate the holidays with a gift of football on Fox. On Sunday, it's an NFL doubleheader featuring a showdown between title contenders as Dak leads the Cowboys against Tua and the Dolphins. Then on Christmas Day, the Giants take on Jalen Hurts and the Eagles, all on Fox.
I always try to guess points before I see the point spread. And I figured after the Cowboys got exposed at Buffalo, they'd be a 4-point underdog.
They'll be a
Miami.
4-point underdog.
They opened as only a
1.5
Miami, just as they were at
Buffalo. Here we go again.
What does this tell you?
What does
It's
this?
simple for me.
Well, it's simple to
The
me.
Dolphins
The
are
Dolphins
a
are
better
better.
Dallas Cowboys. Okay. They're at home.
You're at home.
You're on the road.
You're on the
We
road.
saw what happens to you on the road.
We saw what happens on the road. Yeah.
Now, do I anticipate that number to slightly creep up once Tyreek Hill is, cleared to play? Is it going to go up 2.5 more? Probably so. I think that this is a Tyreek Hill effect. Why that number is low. Once he's there, that number is going to jump. There's no question about it. Now, what will it jump to? Like I said, it's probably 2 to make it a 3.5.
Okay. Remember, the home team usually gets 3-ish for home field advantage. So all of a sudden, you're saying on a neutral field, Dallas is better than Miami, right?
Well, I'm not saying that. I don't care what the odds makers say. The Dallas, I watched what Buffalo did to Dallas and how they dominated them in the run game. And I've watched the Miami Dolphins dominate teams in the run game. different style of finesse versus power.
It is.
When you look at 33 at the bottom screen, 73 driving him all the way into the end zone.
By the way, for those who don't know, in the commercial break leading into
Look
this
at the hole right there.
he shot screaming at Damone Clark.
Screaming at the moon.
And blasted
Look at 73 different style of finesse versus power.
It is.
When you look at 33 at the bottom screen,
Look
73
at
driving him all the way
33,
into the end zone.
73 drop. Look at 33.
And how they dominated them in the run game. And I've watched the Miami Dolphins dominate teams in the run game.
Miami
Different style of finesse versus the odds clear to play.
The clear to play is going to go up to 2.5 more. Probably so. I guess Tyreek effect, why that number is low. Once he's there, that number is going to jump. There's no question about it.
Like I said, it's probably 2 to make it a 3.5.
2, make it a 3.5.
Team usually gets 3-ish.
It's 3-ish for home field advantage. So all of a sudden, you say in a neutral field, Dallas is better than Miami.
I'm not saying that.
I'm not saying that. I don't care what the odds makers say. I watch